This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Looking to land the hook. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, big shot, and down goes Ali. Let's watch that again and replay a different angle.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Just walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Make mistakes and you're switching up.
Let's get it started in round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Punch, counter punch. Perfect counter lands. Swing and a miss with that hook. Beautiful counter shot. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. A lot of effort being exerted here. Straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You don't want to lose.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover.
Oh my God, Johnny! Rocky Marciano was supposed to be the one knocking this guy out. It somehow weathered the storm.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
There with that left hook. Which fighter will say no mas? For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. Is he going to punch himself out, though? He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knock. On to the fifth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Failing to score with that right hook. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Well done with that counter shot. Then step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to...
This is the beginning of round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there, they want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with the right hook. How about that time counter shot? That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. perfect counter shot. No secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be...
There's the bell for round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
His stamina is off the charts. Catch and shoot. Nice punch. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
What recovery skill.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping.
Oh my goodness, Johnny. Show it. I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. The referee takes a look and he says, let's get it on. Start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Boxing back together. Get your mind back on the job. That's it.
There's the bell to start round 8. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Perfect punch. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Big hook doesn't land. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What a tough way to lose it by split